Me a concern because my health was important, and since I had to stop the medicine, I became very sick, and then I lost my job, and I lost my car, and I lost my apartment, and then I wasn't financially able to support a child, let alone healthy enough. So I realized that putting the baby up for adoption would be the best thing in my situation. Well, I chose adoption through Christian Homes because I felt like that God was telling me that, I have already have 4 children, and that this fifth child is not really meant for me to raise, that he needs to be with another family, a family that he can grow with brothers and sisters that are more his age, because my kids are a lot older. And I just felt like, this was something that was what God was telling me to do. Well, I found out about Christian Homes through the phone book. I just was opening the phone book under adoption agencies, and I figured, okay, I got no place to live. I actually had a place to live, but the situation with the baby's father was a bad one. And I'm thinking, well, since I don't have an apartment and I lost my car and my job, I need somebody to help me with all that stuff. And then I looked at your ad, and it said comfortable apartments, and I'm thinking, okay, where's this at? So I called and I got a hold of Angie, and she's telling me Abilene. I'm like, how far is that? And she's like, 2.5 hours. And I'm thinking, wow, do I really want to make that big of a change? And I thought, well, I have to do something because God's got to get me out of this bad situation. I was with the baby's father, and I didn't know him very long, and so I felt like I had to move in with him since I lost everything. And I was living in a 2-bedroom apartment with his mother and brother, and it was very cramped, and he was abusive and psychotic, and so he would control me in every way, tell me what to eat, what not to eat, when to sleep, when to wake up, when to take a shower, what to wear, what not to wear. And I just felt like I was his robot and, in a way, his slave, and he controlled me, and I couldn't even get out of the house without him around. So I became very scared, and with me not on medication, I became very depressed, and I suffered a deep depression and pretty much was a zombie. I was numb. When I knew this was the decision I was going to make, and I was going to make the step and finally go to Christian Homes in Abilene, I was kind of scared, but I met one of the caseworkers in Fort Worth, Kelly, and she was really nice, and she made me feel comfortable, and I didn't feel like I could ride a bus. This is since I was so sick, and she's like, well, we're making arrangements, we can drive you, all I had to do was put my stuff in storage, and then I was off. So I had a few days to pack, and I was just so nervous. What was going to be like? Is this what you want, God? And I knew it was what he wanted, but I was just scared because it was a change. But I wanted a change. I needed to get out of there. My experience with Christian Home was very positive. I mean, when I got here, everybody was very understanding of my situation and welcomed me and took me in, even though I was a mess, and gave me all the necessities I needed and helped me get back on my feet. Everybody was warm and friendly. I met my maternity caseworker and met the other people in the office, and they just reassured me that everything was going to be fine. I just felt like I didn't have anything, And they said, don't worry, we got it all, towels and, toiletries and food. We can get you food, and, I didn't have to worry about nothing. So I packed very little. But every woman who considers adoption, they have to think it through very carefully, because it's a very personal decision, because it's your body, it's a life that God gave you inside of your body, and you have to take the time to consider what's best, not only for the baby, but for you also. And I'm definitely against abortion, so I would say that adoption and trying to keep your baby is the solutions. But if you're in a situation where it's not wise for you to keep your baby, then I think adoption is best. It's a gift from God to give a couple a child that they've always wanted. I mean, ultimately, I give credit to God that saved me, but Christian Homes was an answer to the prayers that I've been praying. I think that my baby was a boy, and his name was Sam, and I think Sam saved me. He saved me from the father. He saved me from the abuse, and Christian Homes just was a way for God to use them to bring me to the place I am today, because I am doing so much better. Sam's very young right now. He's only going on 7 months, but I sent him Christmas gift, and I'm sending him Valentine's Day and when his birthday comes. And I get emails regularly and pictures. So, yeah, we made it a semi-open adoption. So, yeah, we communicate, so that's a good thing. But since I've been here almost a year now, I go to Cisco College and I'm studying my basics, and then I'm going to be probably going to ACU and getting a degree in social worker. And I have 2 jobs, and I just have a full life now. And I finally bought myself a car, and I'm about to get an apartment, and I got a savings account. So, you know, I got everything that I lost back and more. You know, I just feel blessed, really blessed. Anybody can do it, but you can't do it without God's help. Because when you're broken and you're down and you've lost it all, the only person to look up to is God, and He's the only one that can provide the people, the places, and the opportunities to make what you want out of your life. But after that, you have to have the willpower and the desire and the motivation to go for it. And you can't be scared. And I'm not scared anymore. I'm not scared of the baby's father. Even when he comes out of prison, I'm not scared of him, because he can't hurt me. No matter where he is, he'll never take away the love I have inside of me for my children, for the baby, for God, and for the new life I have. So I'm like, again, I'm blessed, and I owe it all to God.